Hey everyone, this is Alpha Eagle. A few times a year, like during Columbus Day, Halloween, or Thanksgiving, the left like to exploit American Indians to promote their agenda. Gasp, I just said American Indians and not the PC correct term, Native Americans. How dare I? Let's get this out of the way. First, I use the term American Indians instead of Native Americans as it makes more sense to me. I understand how calling them Indians doesn't make sense because they're not from India, but it also doesn't make sense to call them Native Americans as all people who are born in America are Native Americans. A black person who is born in America is a Native American. An Asian person who is born in America is a Native American. And yes, even a white person who is born in America is a Native American. To limit this term to one race is absurd to me, so to call them American Indians is most logical to me. To continue, the left exploit these people to demonize white people for something that happened hundreds of years ago before anyone alive today was born. And the left does this by perpetuating myths. And in this case, it's the myth that American Indians are the only race that have sports mascots of them. We will take a look at this BuzzFeed video that tries to perpetuate this myth, and as always, I will link the full video to this so you can get the full context. Let's begin.
You make this any other racial group where you do a ridiculous caricature like that, people get it right away, ooh, that's racist, but for some reason, when they see this one, everyone's like, well, yeah, that's our team.
No, people do not look at other exaggerated mascots and think that they're racist. First, sports mascots are supposed to be exaggerated. They are caricatures. Not many mascots look realistic. Most are cartoonish. That's just the way they are. They are simplified so they can be easily identified. Take me, for example, Alpha Eagle. I'm technically a mascot. I don't look exactly like an eagle. I'm exaggerated, but anyone can look at me and identify me as an eagle. Second, there are races other than American Indians that are used as mascots. Take the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, for example. Their mascot is a very exaggerated caricature of an Irish stereotype, and nobody calls it racist.
I don't think it's very historically accurate.
Who cares if it's historically accurate? It doesn't have to be. It's a mascot.
Don't understand why we need to be a mascot.
What's wrong with being a mascot? It's actually a high honor. A mascot represents the entire team. They wouldn't make something a mascot if they didn't like it. Teams don't have mascots that are bank robbers or something like that.
Native American people don't look like this.
What are you talking about? Yes, they do.
I don't understand what the hair is.
He looks nice. Yeah, he looks really kind.
That looks like a child did it.
Child did it. Again, mascots are supposed to look exaggerated, cartoonish, and simplified.
They don't do this with anyone else but animals and Native Americans.
Yes, they do this with other people. This is the biggest myth in this video, and people believe it to be true. And if you just think for 2 seconds, you would know that this is a complete lie. Many cultures and ethnicities are used as mascots. I just showed the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. The Boston Celtics also use an Irish mascot. The Minnesota Vikings has a white Norse Viking as their mascot. The Cleveland Cavaliers have a white mascot. The New England Patriots mascot is white. The Dallas Cowboys have a white mascot. There are several Spartans and Trojans as mascots, and they are all white. I'm actually more surprised that they aren't demanding that more minorities are mascots, as most of them are white.
It bothers me that one of the symbols that people recognize about our people is a weapon.
Why does that bother you? That's so cool. When people think of Japan, they also think of a samurai and his katana. That's pretty awesome to me. When people think of England, they also think of knights with a sword. This is all cool looking heroic imagery in my opinion.
This is this weird, outdated view of what it means to be Native.
So what if it's outdated? Did American Indians use tomahawks? Yes, they did. By the way, they are called the Atlanta Braves. Bravery is a positive attribute. It's not like they're called the Atlanta Cowards. If that was true, then you would have something to complain about.
We only brought those out in defense of ourselves, our land, our people.
No, American Indians also used them to attack. This is another big myth, that somehow American Indians only used weapons to defend themselves. Before any white person set foot in America, the American Indian tribes were at constant war with each other, and they did use tomahawks to attack and kill each other. If you can't tell, a tomahawk is an offensive weapon, not a defensive weapon like a shield.
Oh, the Redskins.
This is a dictionary-defined racial slur.
Why is redskin a racial slur? That doesn't make any sense. If calling someone a white person is not a racial slur, and calling someone a black person is not a racial slur, and calling someone a brown person is not a racial slur, how come calling someone a red person is a racial slur? Again, that's absurd to me.
I can't imagine any other race where that would be considered acceptable.
I just went over how many cultures have exaggerated stereotypes as mascots. Most of them are white, and white people don't care. It is very acceptable.
It makes me want to cry.
Oh, boo-hoo. If you want to cry, go ahead and cry. It doesn't make these myths about being the only race and culture who has mascots made from their culture any more true. That is still a lie.
A people group is your mascot? Like, that's just not okay.
Sorry, it is okay. It's perfectly fine. Do I have to go over the dozens and probably hundreds of white cultural mascots? Instead of simply telling me it's not okay, give me actual factual reasons why it's not okay. Just telling me these lies and that they hurt your feelings, it doesn't work.
When I look at those pictures, it breaks my heart.
We don't need to have like human beings represented as mascots.
And they're like, nah, you don't know what you're talking about.
A lot of them say they're just honoring us.
I don't feel honored.
I don't think it's honoring us in the least. It's very hurtful.
Again, here she goes with the waterworks. If they are hurt or don't feel honored, then frankly, that's their problem. Nobody is born being offended. This is something that they were taught to feel. The only reason you are affected by this is because you choose to be affected by this. And in the Washington Post article, there is a poll that says most American Indians are not offended by these mascots. They don't even find the term redskin to be offensive.
But among the 504 Native Americans surveyed in a new Washington Post poll, 9 in 10 said they were not offended by the team's name. That includes Anita's husband, who took part in the survey.
The name's Rusty Whitworth. I'm a mixture of the Ponderay, Kootenai, and Salish. To me, it's kind of a recognition of our people. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't find it offensive or anything. You know, it's just a name to me.
So that's another way they lie to you. They try to make you think that this small minority of American Indians is how all American Indians think. That is a lie. And it's a shame how the left exploit minorities like this to push their agenda. So have a happy Columbus Day, or happy Thanksgiving, or whenever it is you might be watching this video. And don't let the left make you feel guilty or shamed for being white, or for whatever your ancestors might have done. Whatever your race is, have a happy Columbus Day or happy Thanksgiving. I'm thankful that I know the truth behind this American Indian mascot myth. So go Indians, or go Irish, or go Cowboys, or whatever team you cheer for. Alpha Eagle and I Gotta Fly. So subscribe, share, like, comment, and God bless America.
Get off my land, you piece of shit! Don't post that.